This is Richard back at you. We're so excited to be back for 2021, and we want to thank a few people for the gifts that they sent us over the New Year's and Christmas. So we're not going to be saying any names, but you guys, whoever sent this to us, man, I tell you, this thing is awesome.
Let them have it.
Trent loves it to death. I love it. It's a rechargeable. You can turn it up.
Yep, it's bright.
This is a really nice piece of equipment to add to precision transmissions to help us get the work done better and stuff like that. So we thank you for this. This is awesome. Also, I want to thank Richard, all the way from England, for sending this. You guys send this stuff from out of the States, you got to be careful because they do open your stuff. They cut it open. We got it just like it was open like that. So I want to thank you, Richard, for sending it to us. The Scotch Brite we're going to use well. Thank you very much. I'm going to use it all on one unit, though. I hate to tell you. But definitely, we appreciate you guys and the letters. I've got tons of them in there to read, and stuff. It's going to be hard to do, but we're going to try to read them a little bit at a time. So definitely thank you again. Well, guys, my train wreck arrived. One of them, anyway. This guy showed up at my door. He took it to another shop here in town. And I guess they were too expensive to do it, but it needs a lot of work. So we're going to try to help him out. He ain't got a lot of money, but he wants to go racing. And you know how that is sometimes when you want to do something that you can't do, but you try to do it anyway. Well, we're going to try to help this guy out. He's got a 400 here. It's got an Ultra Bell on it. So it's already tore apart. We're just basically going to go back through and look at all the bearings and the surfaces where the bushings run. And make sure everything looks good. Now we are going to upgrade this shaft to a billet shaft, the intermediate shaft, because his car is turbocharged. He's building, and it should make about 1,200 horsepower. So basically, you just want to look at these bearings. Now they do. Some of the 400s come out with bearings that there's like 3 of them missing, then a bearing, 3 of them missing, then a bearing. So you need to try to find the bearings that look like this that got bearings all the way through. A lot better bearing. So it does have some brass washers in it that are reusable. Want to check all your tungsten bearings, races, and make sure they're good. Got your hollow bolt. Got your sun gear here. Want to look all the way around for any pitting, chipping, or anything like that. Looks really good. Same way with his planet. You can see where it's been locking on park, ratcheting a little bit, but it's still in good shape. You want to check your parking pawl down in the case here. You can't see it, but it's a little lever right down in here that physically locks onto here. It goes into park. You want to make sure it's not wore out too. Check your pins for any bluing, wobbling in your gears. Set this apart here. Now we noticed on this, I'm not sure what they call this thing. I've never named it really. But on this shaft here, they do take different bushings. This thing actually got the wrong bushings in it. It should have a solid bushing without grooves. Now if this was a rear line 4L80E rear lube, it would take these type of bushings in there.
Correct.
But being that it's a 400, it takes a solid bushing.
Solid bushing.
Yes, sir. So, can I say that's bad for being in there? I would say the circuitry is probably losing a little bit of pressure.
I would say.
Not in there right. So, now we do have your lube seal right here. I was talking to about in an earlier tranny. It sets in here, and then it locks in here like this. That way it keeps all the oil inside the planet. If I can get that in there. It seals it here. If you take it out, then all that oil, it doesn't stay in here and keep it in here. Mm-hmm. It falls out. So that's really a must on these 400s. Now 4L80Es, they did get away with it, or do away with it. And they probably just upgraded their lube circuit and stuff. They don't need it anymore. So you do have your beveled snap ring for your support, which is over there in my other video. Here's your beveled snap ring here that goes on top of here. And then this is your snap ring that goes on top of your intermediate clutches. Now see guys, this is what I get into sometimes. We do have a billet BTE valve body, trans brake valve body and plate. I don't see the thin snap ring that goes under the support here that goes down in the case. Oh, here it is. I'm sorry.
Found it.
Found it. But there it is. That goes under here like that. And then you have your bevel, and then your clutches. Like that. Then your clutches. Your top hat, and then your other snap ring like that. So. Now it just has a 3-clutch system in it. I don't know if it had a 4th clutch. I don't see the 4th clutch, but it has a steel for something, so I really don't know what he was doing there. So we'll go back with a 4-clutch type system. So you can look at all the steels and clutches are broken in half. That's crazy, huh?
Oh, gone.
See there. They said it had multiple rings on the stator. This I showed in an earlier video. You got a nice pretty orange one here, and then you got a factory split cut here, and then you have another orange one. So what we got here. Basically your governor cover. Valve body bolts, or pump, or bell housing bolts here, it looks like, and washers. That's what that looks like to bolt the bell housing on. That does have an 8-bolt case, so it did do that good there. You see your trans brake solenoid here. Looks like some type of handmade dump valve system they're using. Got a little bit more plastic we're going to be getting rid of. This plastic washer goes down in here, but they make a metal one that we can put down in there. We'll get away, or do away with all the plastic that we can in this thing. So, like some valve body bolts. Some other bolts. You can see here is where they were dumping the fluid back into the pan off this dump valve. I mean, we don't use a dump valve. We got the right converter in our car. PTC, Kenny over there does our stuff for us, and he's just phenomenal. Without him, our car wouldn't be as fast as it is. They actually got the wrong bushing in here. They got a 4L80E bushing. See the hole?
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm.
See, that's for a pressurized bushing for a 4L80E. I'm shocked they got it in there.
Wow.
I've tried to put them in a 400 housing, have to hone the bushing out. And they could have done that, but we just put the right bushing in there. Of course, your reverse band is smoked. Which we got all new bands and stuff laid out for him that we're starting to high flow filter, new drums, clutches. Got a steel hub here. Or a billet one. I said steel, but the others are cast. Pot metal. These are made a lot different. Now it does have a like a 4L80E drum. The drum is wore out. We got a new drum sitting over here. We're going to be putting in it with a sprag drum and then the sprag. It does have bonded pistons. See there. Now it does have a billet input drum we talked about in our earlier video, how they resplined it and put a bigger shaft in it, more spline count down inside here. And here's the pump. It's wore pretty bad too. It's got a lip here. The old pump gears are wore plumb out. You can see in here.
Oh yeah.
It was deep in the gear good,
Correct.
but it's wore plumb out.
Yeah.
You can see it was actually, you can tell it's putting two different motors. You can see where it was running here forever, and then they moved it in and it started running there for.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah. Two
different.
Yeah, that's
Behind
funny.
two different motors, two different spacings of the converter, if anything, you know. So, and then here we go back where they tap the converter feed hole, but didn't restrict it. They didn't put a restrictor in it, so I don't know why they did that without restricting it. So pretty nasty tranny, guys. Gonna take me a little bit of work to get it going, but here at Precision Transmissions, we can handle it for sure. So we're going to get it back together for him and get him going. It's going to be a nice little turbo car. So if y'all need anything, give us a holler at Precision Transmissions. 2021, I'm excited. Let's go get them, guys. Y'all have a great day.